trying to fix your life. How does that sound? That sounds wrong, right? I know. But what if the reason you feel stuck, confused, emotionally drained, it's not because you are not doing enough, but because you are trying to do too much. Your mind is overloaded with too much thinking. Like not clear thinking, not intentional thinking, just a stupid noise in your head. And that literally is the reason why you cannot finish your some of the task. And for God's sake, I'm not going to do this video like motivational, but I'm going to give you mental clarity framework that will literally change the way you see yourself, your decisions, and your life. And at the end, I'm going to ask you questions that will expose whether you are actually growing or you are just trying to master overthinking in your life. I'm going to share something very personal, what I have been through that 2 years, because I want you to know that we all of are on the same lane sometimes. My life was entirely stuck. Like I was just surviving the days, not living my life. And you know what the reason was? Overthinking. And overthinking about every single thing. The moment I wake up in the morning to the moment I'm going to bed to the scrolling. And to be honest, this never happened all of a sudden, but I kept feeding my brain to be like that, to overthink every single thing before doing anything. And I'm going to share what helped me to come over the overthinking. So let's get started. The very first thing is you don't need more answers. You just need clear thinking. Most people think that clarity comes from figuring out everything. Like, if I figure this out, I make this plan, everything will be good. I won't be overthinking. But no, that's not truth. Clarity comes from removing what's not true, from separating your thoughts from your fears, your past, your conditioning. And that's the place your self-awareness actually begins. Not who am I, but what in me that's actually not me. Now I'm going to give you six frameworks that literally help me to overcome my overthinking. So the very first framework is and thinking. We all have been taught to think in extremes. I'm either confident or insecure. I'm either failing or successful. I'm either healed or broken. But my friend, do you know what's the real self-awareness? It simply lives in the middle. Stop fooling yourself that either you will figure it out everything or you haven't started anything yet. Instead, start replacing or with the and. For example, I feel lost, still I'm moving forward. I'm literally scared of these things, but still I'm capable of doing that. I'm still not where I want to be, but I'm still growing. I'm still moving where I want to be. And are you noticing this pattern? It's not going to hurt you. It's not going to give you overthinking. Because most of the time we don't start anything by overthinking that, oh, okay, I'm scared, I'm not healed, so that's not time for me. And this is not just your mindset. This is literally an emotional safety that you are giving to yourself. You are training your mind to get out of the loop of overthinking. And it literally helps. Please note down all the frameworks that I'm mentioning here. That might sound cliche to you guys, but let's talk about myself, my life. For example, when I talk about being consistent, I'm very grateful for my life. I'm happy right now. I'm finally showing up for everything. That doesn't mean that I'm healed up completely. I'm still grieving from my mom's death that happened 2 years ago. I still cry one day and I will show up after two hours. I will be feeling lowest in my life, but I will still show up because I know it's always better than doing nothing. And you know what? To be honest, that's how it gives me relief. Like, at least I'm not wasting my entire day. I'm not crying every day. I'm not crying an entire day. I'm showing up. I'm moving. I'm working out. I'm going to the job. I'm earning. I'm cooking. I'm doing everything a normal human being does. But at the same time, I'm still processing. I'm still healing from the trauma that I got from the death of my mom. All of us are somewhere in the same process. You know what I mean? Stop fooling yourself that either you have to be fully confident or you have to be insecure. You can be both at the same time. I hope you're getting my point what I'm saying. Now the framework 2, inversion thinking. Let me say something that might wake you up. You are not stuck because you don't know what to do. You are stuck because you don't know what's ruining you. My opinion will be, instead of asking how do I fix my life, start asking yourself that what I'm doing daily that ruining and that destroying my whole day. That's how you will be able to figure it out, what's the exactly cause of your overthinking and how you will be able to get out of that loop. And I'm telling you, be honest with yourself while you are deciding this. Be honest. Are you doom scrolling? Are you overthinking conversations? Are you avoiding hard conversations? Or are you staying in the situations you know you don't feel right? And if you think that clarity is built on adding more stuffs, you are thinking it wrong way. Because in the deep down, it's removing the stuffs that are toxic to your peace. And here's the big catch up that nobody have ever told you, that overthinking is not an intelligence. It's a fear that pretending to be control everything. Now the framework 3, the truth that you have been avoiding about yourself. Well, if you are in your overthinking phase right now, you don't need more discipline in your life right now. You just need honesty with yourself. And believe me, that's so true. Because when you lie to yourself, when you are not honest with your own self, you won't be able to bring any changes in your life. Instead of doing that, start asking yourself this. If I had no past attached to it, would I still choose it? This habit, this routine, this relationship, this version of myself. And baby girl, if the answer is no, that's your clarity. But most of the time, people ignore this because letting go feels like losing it. But you know how staying stuck feels? That's the real loss. Now the framework 4 comes. The real problem is not what you are thinking. To be honest, we all of are trying to fix everything at once. Like, okay, now I am in my boss girl era. I will fix everything at once. And that's why nothing is changing, girl. Your life has one main emotional bottleneck right now. And it's usually something like avoiding discomfort, needing validation, fear of being alone, and not trusting yourself enough. So take my advice for free as an elder sister that you don't have to fix your whole life in the one moment. You just need to face one thing that you have been avoiding from years. That's the main cause of your overthinking. And guess what? That's the self-awareness. That's a real self-awareness, girl. Framework 5, that never trust your mind, never trust your brain when you are emotional. And this framework literally has an ability to change your life if you apply it correctly. I'm talking about this from my experience being 24-year-old girl that never make decisions, never take any decisions being emotionally overwhelmed. And it literally works. Because most of the time when I have taken decisions in my life being emotionally overwhelmed, I have done something wrong. I am not coming from and saying that you should be scared of doing something wrong. You should be scared of the failures and everything. But why I am saying that is most of the time I have made decisions being an emotional overwhelmed. I have regretted. So take my advice. Because the truth is, in those moments, fear feels like intuition, anxiety feels like urgency, anger feels like the truth. And that's not the clarity. It is just your reaction towards the situation. Your brain is just giving you instant reaction towards it. Create this rule for yourself in your journal or in your diary that if I feel overwhelmed, I will pause. I'm not going to decide anything. Clearly just write it down and keep remembering that. And girl, there is no easy way out. You have to do that. Because this is how you build your emotional trust. This is how you build your emotional control. This is how you feel safe with yourself. I read these things in one book. I don't remember. I think, it was Atomic Habits by John. I forgot the name of the... Actually, I'm reading currently. It's in my bedroom. Whatever. Take a second, check in with yourself and see what are you feeling right now when you are deciding something. By the way, I got my new glasses. I'm not wearing this video because there is a reflection of my light here, so I don't want to do that. So now let's come to the point of framework 6. That's our last framework that I'm giving you guys. And that one is you are quitting too early. I have noticed a pattern in people's life that most of the time that when they fail is not because they chose the wrong path. They fail because they don't stay for a long time. Like, let's talk about myself. I started my YouTube back in 2020 and like I just didn't stay for a long time because some of the things happen, so many things happen, and I'm not making an excuse here. But yeah, somehow I didn't stay for a long time, and that's why I'm still having 250 subscribers right now. Whatever, but I'm still showing up every day. I'm being consistent at the moment. And you know what the truth is? When you don't stay for long enough, your brain start panicking when things get slow, boring and hard. And suddenly it starts saying that it's not working anymore. Maybe this isn't for me. I think I should try something else. But in the deep down, nothing is wrong. Because somewhere you reach at the place where nothing is exciting anymore. And that's the reason you say that, okay, this is not for me. I'm trying to be someone else and all of this shit start happening. And that's the loop that where most people live. And I don't want you to live. Now it's time to wrap up this video. For the next 7 days, instead of overthinking your life, I want you to start asking yourself what I am avoiding. Am I reacting or thinking clearly? Or what truth am I not accepting about myself? What actually needs to change? Not everything, but just one thing. And my girls, you don't have to become entirely a new person, an entirely a new personality, but you have to stop running from who you are actually. And that's where clarity begins. If this video literally little bit changed the way that you think about overthinking, please do not forget to subscribe my channel because I always comes with the new videos. I will see you in the next video. Until then, bye bye.